Most people think the pull-up is the king of back training. It hangs above every gym floor like a test. Military standards use it. Athletes chase it. Fitness culture worships it. The pull-up has become the symbol of upper body strength. But there is a problem. Most people cannot do enough pull-ups to build serious back strength. Some can perform 1 repetition. Some cannot perform any at all. Others swing, kick, and fight through a few ugly reps while their arms give out long before their back muscles truly work. And hidden behind decades of fitness culture is a movement that has quietly built strong backs for centuries. The inverted row. No pull-up bar, no expensive machine, no complicated equipment, just your body, a sturdy horizontal object, and one simple motion. Because strength is not built by choosing the hardest exercise. Strength is built by performing enough quality work. And this is where the inverted row changes everything. Long before modern gyms existed, people developed powerful backs without pull-up bars. Ancient Greek athletes trained with climbing, wrestling, rope work, and pulling exercises. Roman soldiers carried heavy equipment over long distances. Medieval laborers hauled loads, pulled carts, rowed boats, and worked with tools that demanded constant upper body effort. Their backs became strong through pulling. Boatmen rowed rivers. Fishermen pulled nets. Workers dragged weight. The movement pattern appeared again and again. Horizontal pulling. During the 19th century, physical culture pioneer Eugen Sandow promoted rowing exercises to develop the upper body. Strongmen and wrestlers understood that a thick, powerful back came from repeated pulling movements. Modern exercise science eventually confirmed what these generations had already learned. The back grows strong when it is trained consistently. Your back is not a single muscle. It is an entire system. The latissimus dorsi, the rhomboids, the trapezius, the rear deltoids, the spinal stabilizers. These muscles protect the shoulders, support posture, and transfer force throughout the upper body. When they become weak, problems begin to appear. Rounded shoulders, poor posture, neck tension, weak pulling strength. Modern life creates these problems. Hours spent sitting at desks, looking down at phones, working at computers. The body slowly folds forward. The muscles responsible for pulling become weaker. The inverted row directly challenges this weakness. Each repetition forces the shoulder blades to move properly. The chest rises, the upper back contracts, the spine stabilizes, the entire backside of the body begins working together. The pull-up is an excellent exercise. There is no argument about that. But many people cannot perform enough repetitions to create meaningful training volume. Research consistently shows that muscle and strength development depend on progressive overload and sufficient work. If someone performs 1 pull-up and fails the 2nd repetition, the total training stimulus remains very small. The inverted row solves this problem. A beginner who cannot perform a single pull-up may complete 10 controlled rows, perhaps 15. That means more repetitions, more practice, more muscular tension, and better technique. Strength is partly a skill. The nervous system must learn how to pull efficiently. The inverted row teaches this skill in a position that is easier to control. The feet remain on the ground. The body angle can be adjusted. Difficulty becomes manageable, and manageable exercises allow consistent progress. Research examining rowing exercises has found significant activation of the middle trapezius, rhomboids, and rear shoulder muscles. These muscles play an essential role in shoulder health and upper back strength. Many physical therapists use rowing movements during rehabilitation programs because they improve scapular control. Scapular control simply means the shoulder blades move properly. When this movement becomes weak, shoulder problems often appear. Many people performing pull-ups compensate with their arms. The shoulders rise, the neck tightens, momentum takes over. The inverted row slows everything down. The chest moves toward the hands. The elbows travel backward. The upper back performs the work. Every repetition becomes practice, and practice creates strength. Competitive rowers offer one of the best real-world examples. Olympic rowers possess some of the strongest backs in sports. Years of repetitive pulling create tremendous development in the upper back, shoulders, and trunk. Their strength comes from thousands of rowing motions, not from chasing pull-up records. The human body responds to repeated pulling. It always has. Strength coaches understand this. Many athletic programs emphasize horizontal pulling exercises to balance pressing movements and improve shoulder function. Bench presses and push-ups receive enormous attention, but pulling exercises often receive far less. This creates imbalance. The upper back weakens while the chest becomes dominant. The inverted row helps restore that balance. The movement itself is simple. Find a sturdy bar, suspension trainer, rings, or secure table. Lie underneath. Grip the object. Keep the body straight. Pull the chest upward. Pause. Lower slowly. Repeat. The exercise can be adjusted for every strength level. Beginners bend their knees. Intermediate trainees straighten the legs. Advanced athletes elevate the feet. Additional resistance can be added later. This progression allows the exercise to remain effective for years. Many people eventually discover something surprising. Their pull-ups improve after focusing on rows. The muscles become stronger. The movement pattern becomes familiar. The shoulders become more stable. The body learns how to pull. The row becomes the foundation. The pull-up becomes the test. This is why many coaches introduce horizontal pulling before advanced vertical pulling. The body learns to row before it learns to climb. The fitness world often celebrates difficult exercises, muscle-ups, one-arm pull-ups, complex skills. Yet effectiveness and difficulty are not always the same thing. Sometimes the simplest movement produces the greatest results. The inverted row is not flashy. It does not attract attention. It does not look impressive on social media. But it works. History supports it. Exercise science supports it. Athletic practice supports it. The pull-up remains one of the greatest exercises ever created. But for many people, especially beginners and intermediate trainees, the fastest route to a stronger back is not hanging from a bar. It is pulling the body toward the ground. One repetition, then another, building strength exactly as generations before us did, quietly, consistently, one row at a time.